So here is an input-output chart. So this is another way you can show a relation. And if you look, -1 gets mapped to 4, 3 to 15, and 11 to 15. Do any of these x's have more than one output? And the answer is no. Therefore, this is a function. So that's another example. Okay. Another way we can determine whether or not something is a function is based on something called the vertical line test. So let's take a look at this. And basically, what we're going to look at is we're going to create vertical lines within our graph. And this is usually only used with a graph. You have to have a graph in order to use this test. So if we look at this graph, we want to see, are there more than one x to a y? In other words, does any of my x's have two parts of it? So if we look here, 2, this point has a value of 2, 2, and this point has a value of 2, 5. So right there it should show you there are two x's that are the same here. Therefore, we know this is not a function. But if we use something called the vertical line test, where we take vertical lines and we draw them, I usually like to just take the pencil and run it across. If I find any point on the graph where 2 points are going to go through this vertical line, then I know this is not a function. So there, those 2 points would hit this vertical line. And over here, these 2 points would hit this vertical line. And those 2 points are 5, 1 and 5, 5. Again, you notice the x values repeat themselves for both of those sets of points. So this one is not a function. And now if we go to a letter B and we do the same process where we create a vertical line, I like to just use my pencil and run it across. Does this graph hit this vertical line in more than one spot every time? So here, it only hits this graph once in that spot, once in this spot, once in this spot, once in this spot. Therefore, this passes the vertical line test, and this is a function. Function here. All right. So that's basically the gist for these first few sections. So right now I would like for you to complete your monitoring progress problems, which are located just underneath this video in Google Classroom. Feel free to rewind and watch the video again if you need to take more notes. But again, just complete the monitoring progress problems, which are right there on the Google Classroom page. Thank you.